Hello bookworm, my name is Katelyn Costello and I am the soon-to-be debut author of the book The Frituals. Few housekeeping things before we get started. Actually no, I'll do those later. Just cut this part out, future me. I want to talk to you today about what it was like editing my book from the computer to a proof copy that's covered in stickies to this copy that is the story that's going out to beta readers. Now, I've already explained some things about this, but my book was something that I came up with when I was in 8th grade, and so I've been working on this for almost a decade. Which is a really long time to have these characters in my head, so for a lot of things, they were already fully formed, but other things, were formed, and then I just completely, ripped them apart, changed them, and threw them away. So that was a lot of it. Yes, I do have a mug with my friends' faces on it for when I'm sad, and I miss them. Guys, you're in my video. I hope that's not weird. It probably is. I almost just spilled coffee down my front. This is a video. So, first thing was, many of you know that I edited my thesis last fall. Maybe many of you know. I don't know. Hi, if you're new, hello. I just graduated college, so I had my thesis this last fall semester. And I spent all summer writing that, and then got to school and I had the first workshop, not even the first workshop, the first day of class, and I explained my concept and I went, you know what? I actually hate this, and I scrapped it. That file is still on my computer in Google Docs, so it's not going to go away, but I didn't use that. And part of me wishes that I had, because what my thesis ended up turning into, I absolutely hated. I hated my thesis. It wasn't what I wanted it to be, and the way that my professor tried to shape it to make it better just didn't work, and I hated it. But I learned a lot from editing that, which I was able to apply to editing this. Now that book was the prequel to this series, so it kind of goes in with that, but it was what it taught me about editing. What it really taught me was that for years, and I mean years, I have tried to edit on a computer because it's faster. Because I can't handwrite things out like I used to be able to just sit down and handwrite the entire story out. I need to have that fast, typing done. Word sprints are my favorite. I love drafting. I love getting it done fast. But then I have to sit and wait and let it edit. So my first tip, which I could not do during my thesis really, is one that lots of people say, but let it sit. Do not go right into it, because you need to take that time away from it. It makes it so much better, and that's something that I was really glad about my thesis, because it let me do that while I was still in the world, and I was still thinking about it, and how that story would affect this at a different point. I wasn't actively working on it until November. So let it sit. That really does help. It gives you a fresh set of eyes, and you're able to learn more. I edited during NaNoWriMo in November just to get a jump back into it, but then I formatted it. And I realized that what I had done was taken 2 stories that really were 1.5 stories. Didn't know about the half until later on, which is why this is a mammoth. But what I learned from my thesis was that I really need to see things written out in order to edit them. I need to see the work in front of me. I gloss over them on a computer, and I don't really take things in correctly. I have this thing where once I start reading something and I know it's my own work, I go into TV mode and I see it in my head, and the words don't really matter, honestly, which is not good. So I got a proof copy. I definitely recommend getting a proof copy that you can annotate. Annotating takes some getting used to. Natalia Lee does a good video about her annotating style, and I tried to mimic that. Do it in black or red or something that sticks out. I did some sections in pencil and I can't see them very well, but don't be afraid to just scribble all over the page. I have chunks where later on the bunnies aren't happy. Or I just have sections that are completely scribbled out. I don't know where those sections are right now, but like, just like notes and X's and scribbles, and just completely said, nope, this chapter sucks. You need to, and I put stickies that said completely rework it. Annotating was a necessary step for me. Did it take a long time? Yes, it took a couple months. But did I really get a good view of the book? Yeah, I'd say so. Another step, especially if you have a book that extends over a period of time, stickies. Stickies became my best friend to the point where I don't know where any of my stickies are because I used them all, I think. Which, I mean, it doesn't look like I used them all, but I don't know where they are anymore, so. I use stickies for multiple reasons: to mark where I was in the editing, to mark a passage of days, to mark sections that I really needed to go over and fix. I marked everything with a sticky that I didn't mark with a pen so that I could come back and find it later. Stickies are important. Use your sticky notes. They're really important. Because they draw attention to it more than what you would think. And I think that on one of the stickies I actually wrote dialogue because I needed to insert it and I didn't have the space. So they're convenient. They extend space, they mark things. All of this is like normal knowledge for a sticky note, I think. Hazel. But I don't know, I really enjoyed using sticky notes, and I'm definitely going to continue using them in the future. Another thing that I would suggest is when you're formatting for this sort of thing, to format a lot bigger, which you would figure would be normal. So this is chapter 2, and you can see that the words are small, and the space between them is small, so you can't really write, but I do have all of that chapter space, but that's only for that chapter. But if I want to annotate in this, I'm not going to have that space. I think anybody that's in school that is trying to annotate on a finished book would understand that it's not fun. But if you're annotating on a piece that you know you're going to be using for annotating, I triple spaced this, which is part of the reason why it was almost 500 pages. It was 500, it was like 520 pages. So I triple spaced this so that I would have plenty of space to work on it. The other thing that I did, which I didn't use as much as I thought I would, but I did put some notes in the back, was notes for editing, questions, etc. So I gave myself the space, which I did not use, but I gave myself like 5 pages to make notes in case I didn't have my notebook with me or something like that, which I thought was really cool and important and something that you should do so that you can write notes and thoughts, and maybe if you don't have stickies, write passages. I learned that I'm still not a great editor, which is something I've never really been strong at, but I am learning, and I am getting better. And hopefully, as I continue to edit new pieces, I will be more better. I also learned that I can't spend too much time sitting and editing. So if I try to spend too much time sitting and editing, I get bored, I get messy, and I don't do well. Which is why I had to go back and do several chapters. Definitely read through your work before you edit it, get back in that mindset. You could do an entire series, and I just wanted to talk about like the things that I've learned from this. So yeah. As you may know, my book, The Frituals, is in beta right now, so it is out in the hands of some readers who have been so kind with their feedback so far. It's been great from the people that I've heard back from to get that feedback. And I will be implementing that hopefully in July. I'm not touching this right now. Again, let it sit. I'm not touching this until I get that feedback back. Then I will be going through those edits, and I'll probably do some talks about how it was for the beta series. But, a couple things with this. So the owner of those lovely bunnies that are not happy that I'm talking and filming is creating my cover. We've made the decision the cover will be matte. I will give you that. Haha, rhyming. The cover will be matte, so it won't reflect like this. I'll be more like this. But the cover is in process, if you didn't know by my last video, which was my cover announcement. That my cover would be announced. The announcement of my announcement. Get the news out there. So it's in the process. She's making it, she's designing it, everything sounds and looks beautiful from what I've seen so far, and I am excited. That will be announced on June 22nd. Down below will be a link to a Google form. I love Google Forms. If you don't have Google Forms, but you still want to do it, send me a message, send me an email. That will be also down below. I'm going to be gathering a team of people to help spread the word. You will get the cover a week early so you can make a video, you can make a blog post, you can make a whole bunch of Instagram posts. But I just ask that you do not post anything until 10 a.m. on the 22nd. That link will be down below. There will also be a link to the blog post where I talked about my giveaway. I will be giving away a signed ARC of the book every month leading up to publication. When is publication? You will find that out in the cover video. Be ready for June 22nd. There's a lot of things happening. So I will be announcing the cover and the release date, and in that there will also be who wins the first giveaway of the book. Whether or not I will have a copy of it to be like, okay, this is yours, I will ship it to you right now, I don't know. But sign up for that giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to my monthly newsletter, which I am building. I don't have a newsletter yet, right now, so I want to make one. Incentive. It's just going to talk about the updates about publication, how my process is going with the actual publication, but that will be monthly. It's not going to be spamming you every week, every 2 days with an email. So those are the 2 signups for giveaways, which are going to be in the future, and they'll keep coming, but make sure you sign up early so that you know your spot is set. And for the actual reveal, the last thing that I want to talk about kind of goes with this video. If you don't know, I have a small editing press thing that I do. You send me your work and I will look at it and edit it. I just went through all the ways that I am working on editing. Am I most perfect editor? No. I will not say that I will get your book published or your work, but having a different set of eyes can be really, really helpful, and I would like to be able to offer that service to you. So there will be a link to my editing services down below. Again, please, if you have any questions, send me an email, send me a message on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. All of my social media links will be down below. I think that's it. I think I'm done rambling. I'm running out of video space, so I gotta go. But I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you soon with another video. Okay. Bye!